Welcome back to Chef Shell's French Kitchen. I'm Chef Shell and today we're making aioli. Aioli has become popular in the US in the last few years. I've seen it on quite a few restaurant menus. It's a garlic mayonnaise, and in France it is served with fish and vegetables. When I lived over there, this was a favorite meal of mine that we used to eat on Fridays. I lived with a Catholic family my first year in France, and so Fridays were fish Fridays, and so this was frequently our menu for Friday at lunchtime. So what do we need to make aioli? Oh, I think I might have a helper coming to join me. It's my sous chef Sophia. She's being sneaky. Okay, so Sophia, what do we need to make aioli?
Vegetables and fish.
Yep, and we need
yolk,
1 egg yolk,
and
10 cloves of garlic,
and
2
oil.
cups of oil. So what I have here is a mix, half olive oil, half canola oil. You do want to be careful about the oil that you choose. If you use olive oil, I recommend going with a light olive oil, not an extra virgin olive oil. The mayonnaise will have a really strong flavor if you do use the extra virgin olive oil. So I like to use half light olive oil, half neutral flavored oil. Today I'm using canola. You can use all canola oil. It's all up to you. Then, what do we have here?
salt.
Awesome. And today I'm using 4 cod fillets. You can use any white fleshed fish that you want. Well, that's what we're using. And then what vegetables do we have here? We have 2 zucchini,
And
2 yellow squash,
and
about 5 carrots, and 4 potatoes. And we have them cut like this, so it'll all cook at about the same time. Okay, so the aioli, today I will be making a homemade mayonnaise, and that can be really tricky. So I will not judge if you want to use store-bought mayonnaise. That's totally up to you. I've done it in the past to save time. So saying that, we want to crush our garlic first into a nice paste. Traditionally, a mortar and pestle is used for this, and the whole mayonnaise and crushing the garlic is done in a mortar and pestle. I realize not everybody has one, so other ways that you could do this are, a trick that I learned recently is you take a clove of garlic and forks and you hold it with the tines going down like this, and you can grate your garlic with the tines of a fork and it'll crush it. And there we go, we've got some crushed garlic on the plate. Also, 10 cloves of garlic might be too much for you. I love garlic, and so I'm using 10. What I recommend is crush your garlic first, and then get your mayonnaise, whether it be homemade or store-bought, add some of it to the mayonnaise, taste it, and then if you want to add more, add more. If you're good with half or less than that, then you won't, it's not going to be too strong, and you're going to be like, Chef Shell, what are you talking about? What did you do? But I like mayonnaise, or I do like mayonnaise, and I like garlic, so I am using the full 10 cloves of garlic. Now, you can also make this in a food processor if you have one. So you can put the garlic in, add your egg yolk. When making mayonnaise, no matter which method you're going to use, you want to start off with very little oil. In French, they call this goutte à goutte. So you just want to add little drops at the beginning. As you get a nice mayonnaise going and a good consistency, you can add more to it, but at the beginning it is very important to just do little drops at once. So it can take a while to do, and I totally understand not wanting to do mayonnaise at home, but if you add too much oil at the beginning, it won't come together. So like I said, no judgments at all if you want to use store-bought mayonnaise. All right, so today I will be using a hand mixer and a bowl to make the mayonnaise. Let's get those. Okay, so here we are. I've got the egg yolk in the bowl and I've got my electric mixer handy. So let's get started. So we're gonna beat the yolk for a few seconds and then we're gonna do that goutte à goutte, slowly adding the oil to it. So just a tiny bit to start out with. And then we'll add a little more. Yeah. So it's really not that hard. It's just, you just have to take it slow. It takes time to make a homemade mayonnaise. But once you get the method down, it's so worth it to make it homemade. And the homemade mayonnaise doesn't keep very long. Also, you want to keep that in mind. It's only keeps for about a day. So I can definitely see the appeal of using store-bought mayonnaise. How are you doing, Sophia? Yeah. Aw. Kiss for the chef. Or how do we say kiss in French? You do too. Begins with a B. Bisou. Bisou. Okay, so when the mayonnaise is this consistency, you can start adding oil, bigger quantities of oil to your mayonnaise, and it's not going to break. So add the rest of our oil. Done there. It does make quite a bit of mayonnaise. Add the rest of that. And there we go. Over there. So our mayonnaise done. So that's just the basic mayonnaise. So now to make it aioli, we are going to add the crushed garlic. So we'll just scrape it all off into our mayonnaise, and we'll add some salt to taste as well. So there we go, and then some of my garlic ended up on the counter. Smells so good. I love garlic. And then we'll add a pinch of salt, 2 pinches of salt, and we'll get this going, and then we'll taste it and see if we need to add anything else. If it needs more salt. Have a taste. Figure out a spoon. That's good. That's perfect. All right. Oh, yum. It's definitely, this is for the garlic lover. Definitely don't want to get near anyone or kiss anyone after you eat this. All right, so now that we have our, well, let me show you, our aioli, let's move on to the rest of the dish. So the fish, I am gonna steam. So you can do this in a few different ways. I like to steam the vegetables and the fish. Today I'm actually going to, since I have a really small steamer, I'm going to steam the fish and I'm going to boil the vegetables. Grab the vegetables over here. Or, you know, something where you can just throw it all in and let it go all by itself is just put it all on a sheet pan, throw it in the oven until the fish is flaky and the vegetables are nice and tender. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw the vegetables in my pot of boiling water that I have over here, steam the fish. It should all take about 15 minutes, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so our aioli is ready. And here is what it looks like. So we've got our steamed fish, our vegetables, and a nice baguette to go with it, and of course our aioli. So let's try it. So good. Aioli will go well with fresh vegetables as well. You can use it as a dip, put it on sandwiches, eat it with fish and with steamed or boiled vegetables, baked vegetables. It goes on anything, just dip bread in it. Another thing, in France, they don't put ketchup on French fries. They use mayonnaise. You could use aioli and give it a try. It sounds weird, French fries with mayonnaise, but trust me, it's good. Aioli with French fries, really good. So, so good on a nice warm summer day. One of my favorite meals. So thank you for joining us. I'd love to hear if you gave this a try. If you've had aioli before, let us know down in the comments. And then follow us on Instagram. Show us pictures of any of the dishes that you make. We would love to see it. Please share. But thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Bon appetit!